Hello, everybody. My name is Sana, and I'm one of the teachers from the Art of Living Foundation. And today we are going to talk about the upcoming virtual conference, which is going to happen on the World Health Day. This is in 2 days from now, 7th of April. And I'm going to speak with Srividya, who is here, and we're going to discuss the art and everything about it, how it affected the pandemic, how pandemic affected the art, people who are doing art. Hi, Srividya.
Hi, Sana, and hi, everyone who's watching. We're so happy to connect with you. Though we can't see you, we can feel your presence. So, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a very warm good night for everyone who's joining from across the globe.
So, how have you been? I know you are doing so much for the conference, especially you are mentoring, not mentoring, but speaking as a moderator in around 5 panels, I think.
It's been a great experience, Sana. We have actually fantastic moderators for all our 5 panels. But yes, it was an absolute joy curating, conceptualizing, and bringing together such great minds across the board from across the globe. So I'm sure that everybody is going to have an exciting experience watching it, and I'm sure all the panelists as well are going to enjoy participating in this conference.
Yes, I was thinking so many of us, when we think about health, we think about body and, our body should be healthy. But we saw that during the pandemic, health is much more than that. It is emotional, mental health, and artists and people who are doing so much in relation to other people, like audience. How do you think they coped in this one year of not being able to go on stage, not having that thousands of people, feeling their presence in concerts or even in theater? Of course, cinema, we watch it in the movies, but yeah, that connection and what changed. Maybe this is something that would be discussed in the panels.
Absolutely. In fact, Sana, one of our titles for one of the panel discussions is how has art adapted to the new normal? Because having that live interaction, that tangible connection with the audience is one of the things that fuels most artists. I would say all artists. So, a lot of us, especially the senior artists, the more traditional artists, or the more conventional artists, haven't really it has come to them as a surprise. So we really wanted to know how has their approach been, how have things changed, how difficult or easy it was to make that transition. And I'm looking forward to it. Actually, we have excellent panelists from Canada, from Turkey, from different parts of Africa as well. We have somebody from Trinidad, Tobago. So we're really looking forward to listening from them. Of course, Indonesia, we have Didik joining us as well. So we're really looking forward to understand how has this changed. See, for the millennials, it's still been a little easy because we are more familiar with, say, communicating on a screen without actually seeing people. I think a large section of the millennial population prefers it than actual conversations. But for a generation that has grown and seen and learned and experienced and taught in a physical space, how has their art adapted to this pandemic age? Yes, this is one of the topics, and it is going to be very interesting to learn from them as well.
Yes, I feel here in Bulgaria, a lot of traditional actors who are usually doing that in theater, not in the cinema, they were saying that once you don't go to stage for so many months in a row, you're asking yourself, okay, I was so attached to that role, an actor, people loving me, giving me flowers. So what is my life now? So can I live without it? Did I attach too much to this role? So this is a lot of fundamental questions about the purpose of life, even. So artists, I mean, not only artists, every sector of society went through a big turbulence, and this
Yes.
year was long.
Yes, didn't it seem like 20 years together and not just one 2020? It seemed really, really long. And Sana, you're right. A lot of people actually asked us, why are we having a culture panel on, the World Health Day? And it is so important. Like you said, the last year has been a unique experience for people from every walk of life. And what we are going to discuss, of course, is how the pandemic has influenced their way of performing, teaching, learning, collaborating. That is one aspect. But another very important aspect that we are going to discuss and touch on is the importance of mental health in the art world. And that is something that I feel everyone who aspires to be an artist or even enjoys watching art would love to know more about.
Definitely, definitely. This is a great topic. And we have seen in the past, not only in the past, but even in this whole year of people going into depression and having more suicidal thoughts than, usually they would have when they're with family and with friends and they have normal lifestyle, not alone at home for so many months. We have seen that people are struggling with either alcohol or drugs, and they cannot handle what is happening inside of them. And I feel whatever the art blooming has to offer, this meditation and breathing is crucial for people. They have to unwind somewhere, like to let go of that which is making them feel turbulent. And I don't know if we have some questions from the Facebook. It will be lovely to hear what other guys are thinking about the topics of fashion and art and this upcoming conference. Are you guys excited? We are excited.
One question which I see on the chat also are people asking if we have young artists also coming to discuss. And yes, for everybody's knowledge, we do have a panel for young emerging artists. Of course, they have a huge fan following in their own right. But one thing that we are going to be discussing with them is how are they coping with the completely how do I put this? Okay, a few years back it was easy for you to establish yourself. I'll tell you in what sense. Have a circle of following and be known to a few people. But right now what happens is, while the internet is allowing us to explode our talent and take it to the corners of the world, in the remotest towns and villages and localities, it also is propping up every other second new artists. And every second, like they say on the internet, nobody remembers much after a few hours because there's something new already that is getting viral. So
Exactly.
how are these new artists dealing with competition? How do they deal with the insecurities that are so obvious around them? How do they understand how to deal with, say, trolls, or how do they deal with praise? What is their coping mechanism? So are they coping with their success, with their careers, or are they able to cap it? Are they able to stride along while they're having to go through these challenges? So that is a topic that we also will be discussing with the panelists on the 7th.
This is wonderful topic. It is a very tough business, whatever they're going through, but also not only for artists. I feel now every young person could be an actual social media influencer or a star in a sense, because TikTok and so many apps are allowing them to just go viral like this, and then they end up either successful or not, but they end up in this situation. When we talk about how people deal with this, I want to share that this year, 2020, has been an amazing year of big celebrities releasing documentaries about their mental struggles. So I saw Paris Hilton, Justin Bieber, Demi Lovato. They shared in detail how they struggled with either what people think of them, or not wanting to fail in their field, because the stakes are high. Once you reach the top, you can either stay there or go down. And we have seen people not being able to go to keep being on top. And this is also really, they have to have strong mentality. So I like that the World Forum for Ethics in Business and Art of Living are together in this conference, because we're not only discussing and talking and just having these words, okay, how to do it, what changed, but we're also giving some tools to people. How do we actually manage this mentally and emotionally? So
Absolutely.
I want to ask more about the topics of fashion, because so many shops and malls have been closed and people have been struggling to, I mean, even buy some t-shirts. So ordering online, what are the designers doing? How are they coping with this? I know we have fashion panels.
Yes. Sana, also the fashion world, and I know personally because BOG as a brand has been working for the last couple of years in this sector. And many brands have found it very tough to keep afloat during this tough time when production houses were shut, when consumers were not going to shops to shop at all, and everything had suddenly moved to online buying. The entire touch and feel of the whole experience was suddenly missing. So yes, we're looking forward to this discussion. We have a couple of fashion editors who are joining us. We have the director of Ola La magazine, the former director of Vogue Brazil, and a number of well-reputed people from that industry who will be speaking about fashion. But one um, important aspect of this discussion will also be how their mental upbringing, or rather their mental strength, has helped them make these changes as well, whether it was with respect to their creativity, or whether how did they take up the challenge of sales, how did the marketing have to change, and how did they retain their entire sector through this time, and what is the way forward. And
This will be
another
great.
thing that you would really love, Sana, I'm sure all the youngsters across, who are watching will really appreciate also, is that we have another panel with young fashion influencers, bloggers, models, where we are discussing the importance of breaking certain fashion norms so that we can promote mental health. So we are talking about body positivity, we're talking about how are we representing models, what is a real model, or what are the standards that go across the board in the fashion world. All these things are going to be discussed as well, so it's going to be a very interesting discussion, you know.
Such an important topic when you speak about body positivity, and this really has to go with the magazines. Now magazines, in a time of pandemic, people are kind of saving their money for what is important. Maybe they're not going so much outside to buy magazines. Maybe these fashion editors are going to share how they, I mean, their job is been, stressful. But definitely I would like to hear that. It will be very interesting. And I myself, I don't know about you, have struggled with this. I have to be thin, I have to look a certain way, because this is what you see in the magazine. So also on Instagram mainly, very thin people, and you're like, I like to eat, what to do? And people during pandemic had this issue as well, not being able to go to gym much and also staying home, so you have to, just eat all the time. um yeah, so if you want to share something else which I forgot to ask you, maybe now is the time. And again, I want to urge everybody who is watching this live, please join us. The conference will be amazing. Today we're talking about only the artists, the fashion, this sector, but we are talking about many different things in the conference. So just check the website, it is in the comments. You can register for free.
Yes, and we invite everybody, Sana and me, once again to join this conference. It's truly going to be very, very, I would say, very, very inspirational, not just eye opening, or, it's going to really give us a broad vision of what is really happening in the world. And I think we are also going to get a very big glimpse of the humanity that is left in society. The fact that there are good people out there, everybody wants to do good, everybody is reassessing their lifestyle choices. Sustainability is another thing that we are going to be speaking about in the fashion panel. I think we've just got a question.
Hmm. Yes, this is wonderful. I'm seeing a question here. Maybe I can read it for you.
Yeah.
How do you think about the mainstream fashion labels sourcing the materials responsibly and making contribution towards reducing the carbon footprint of the fashion industry? For instance, earlier most apparels and garments were made from organic materials, but more and more these organic materials are changed for synthetic materials, nylon, polyester, and so on.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good question to ask. I was just speaking about sustainability just before this question. And yes, this is a very important thing for everybody to now look at. I'm sure they will also be discussing this about how people are buying lesser, but they are buying things that will last longer now. And that's a
Yeah.
trend that is very, very um, active across the board everywhere. And yes, uh, it's a good change. It's most welcome
Yeah.
to the planet.
Every industry is becoming more conscious. I
Yeah.
feel like everyone is more conscious about what we are leaving behind. And it should be like this. We are going back to nature, how it used to be.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. We have people from Colombia, Canada, Argentina, Russia, India, Trinidad and Tobago, Oman, Mexico. I mean, I don't want to miss anybody, but so many people, US, Canada, Japan, who are going to talk about fashion, art in general, many types of art forms, of course, and everything on how to cope it, how to change. I mean, whatever change we made in the 1 year we had to make, otherwise, where everybody is out of business and normal life. And I believe during the conference people can discuss and ask questions. Is it going to be back and forth with us who are joining as viewers?
I think because we have very tight panels, Sana, maybe we'll just have a couple of question rounds with the panelists, but I'm sure there will be a place where they can leave their questions and the discussion can continue even after the conference.
Oh, perfect. This is so nice. So, everybody, you can go to the website, read our great speakers, read who they are, get to know them, and check which panel you would like to join and watch. Of course, we have the keynote speakers at the beginning of the conference, at the end as well, and in between all these breakout sessions with wonderful topics. And we were going to learn a lot. So, I'm very excited.
Me too.
I don't want to take this too long. I know we have around 20 minutes, so we have 3 minutes left. Yes. So you can share something about Biyogi. I'm very excited about it as well.
Yes, so BOG is very happy to collaborate with the World Forum for Ethics in Business because we have always maintained our ethics in business because Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji is our inspiration. And it's really heartwarming through this pandemic how the whole community has come together to support our entire group of working women. And I'm very happy to share that a lot of these women have been given skill development and have been empowered through the Art of Living skill development programs. They have come from extreme tough backgrounds. Some of them have suffered long periods of domestic violence. Some of them have lost their loved ones in war. So some of them are single earners for their family, and yet, they are here self reliant and confident. So we're really happy to bring these products to the world. And Biyogi is very, very happy to be part of this conference where we are going to discuss how so many things are changing in the world, the changing paradigms of the pandemic world, especially in fashion.
Yes, the whole
Also,
world
for
is
all the
changing.
artists, Sana, for all the
Okay.
artists, just a shout out. Please do join the World Forum for Art and Culture. We have the website out, and if you're not yet following us on Instagram and YouTube, make sure you follow us now because you'll get to hear and watch a lot of amazing content, and you can be part of a huge, huge, happy artistic family across the globe.
Yes, and art is really inspiring. It is helping us cope with these difficult times. It is music and dance and different art forms that help us release the tension and stress. So art is therapeutic in a way. Yeah. Thank you so much. It was so nice
Thank
seeing
you.
you and talking to you. And thank you everybody for joining us now in this live.
Thank you, everyone. And we'll see you on the 7th. Please check the website to make sure that you're joining the sessions of your choice. Thank you so much.
Bye.